This is how you make ice. Step one, you have your cooler. I like the little guys. This is the one that I ordered. I want to say it's the 9-quart. Remove the lid completely. Fill it with water. You want to get all the way until you have about 1 inch of space before the top where the lid would close. It doesn't matter if it's cold water or hot water or distilled water, it doesn't matter. The way ice freezes with the insulation around the water in the cooler, it freezes from the top down, pushing the impurities down into what's going to end up still being liquid water when we're done with the process, leaving the top to be clear to cut into cubes and spheres. Right about there. Then put it in your freezer for 24 hours with the lid off. After 24 hours, you've got this. You look inside it, you can see the water underneath the frozen clear ice. You want to let this sit out about 20, 30 minutes to temper, just melting around the outsides. Hold the ice as you drain the water out. It's gonna slide, so hold on to it. What you're gonna have, it's gonna look something like this. Knock off any of the sharp pieces. And with warm water, just rinse off the sharp edges. You're gonna do this a couple of times to smooth things out, just to kind of make things more even for cutting. If there are any areas that didn't freeze clear, like right here, you're just gonna melt those off. I grab my hammer. Okay. At this point, we can either cut it or save it. If we're gonna save it for cutting later, just grab a Ziploc bag, put it inside, push as much of the air out as possible, and leave it in the freezer for cutting later. To cut, lay your ice flat, or as flat as can be. Pick the thickness you'd like, and you want, just give it a couple good grooves to get your line. You want to make a few cuts across the length. You don't want to go too far, otherwise it will crack on you. This one's a little curved, so it's going to take probably more than one hit because of the curve. But you want to keep your blade as flat as possible and tap along the edge of the blade to crack it all the way through. Now that we have our big, I guess they're cubes or rectangles or whatever they are. Now that we have these, we can cut them into smaller shapes for rocks glasses. For a rocks cube. Cut them lengthwise again. For Collins, Then when any extra pieces that we have laying over, I'm gonna use a nice big pretty piece because that's just all that I have right now. But you just take it, smash it apart anywhere you'd like for use in mixed drinks, vodka sodas, things like that. They're all different, they're all rough. And this is where ice cubes got the name rocks, because they look like rocks. So if somebody asks for something on the rocks, they're gonna get this as opposed to just regular ice. And that's how you do that. Once you're done, place your cubes with your cubes, your Collins with your Collins into a Ziploc bag as quickly as possible, because these do tend to melt quickly. When we put them all in the bag, take as much air out as possible, put it in the deep freeze, and pull when we need it. It's frozen water, so it will last as long as we keep it cold. Now we just have to do this 8 times a day, every day, forever.